Huh? Hello. I think I'm in. Right, okay. So I'm just gonna do some check quickly. I think we're live. Oh my god, I think we're live. So, hello everyone. I am so excited to see you all here. I can see we've got few people, which is great. Just connect, and I hope everything is working well and you can actually hear me and see me. And just type plus in the chat if you can actually hear me. I know that there might be a delay about 30 seconds with the streaming, so I will expect that you will reply about 30 seconds later after I tell you something, because you might not be able to hear me immediately because of that. So just type some pluses in the chat. I want to make sure that everyone can actually hear me. I can see pluses, more pluses. I just want to make sure everyone can. Yes, it's okay. Perfect. Brilliant. Perfect. Right. I'm nervous because this is the first time I am doing such a webinar, and especially on this platform, because it's a new thing for me. And imagine 5 minutes before I had to come here, I literally was like, what's going on with my presentation? Is it gonna work or not? That is crazy. So it looks like it's working. So can you see presentation okay? I think you should. I think you should see that. Okay. Today we will talk about 7 steps how to become a full-time lash artist and earn £3,000 a month. We will have some motivational part. I know many people actually need that. We will talk about things what might help you, hopefully, to prevent burnouts and depression in your career, because that is quite a big subject. As I know, many beauticians, not just the lash artists, many beauticians actually went through that. And maybe some of them are experiencing such thing as depression and burnout, because we have to do everything ourselves. And to be honest, I'm just talking about this, and I look back last 7 days ago, like what was happening to me in the last 7 days. It was crazy. I literally went through all the emotions that I ever had. Because when you prepare for such a big event, you need to make sure you don't... I have clients I have to work with, to do lashes, and I have course that I will present you today, and I wanted to obviously finish that, make sure everything is perfect. And getting the webinar ready was just like... So I'm here now. I'm so happy. I might be like excited. And let's just crack on. So what I wanted to say first is well done that you came here today, because you're 5% of the population who are self-developing and are focused on their future. Because most people prefer to watch Netflix, TikTok, or go to the pub, or just like do nothing. And because you're here, it's a sign that you are focused on your development, which is great. And agenda for today is we will talk about 7 steps, which is setting a goal, living with purpose, which not many of us actually know how to do. We're not going to talk a lot about it because we have so many things to cover, and step by step. Then selecting the right training, because again, it's about eyelash industry, because which is my field. So that. boosting life energy. Many people, they think, you know what, I want so many things, but I haven't got energy to do that. And we will talk about why it's happening and how to get this sorted, and how to actually get and where to get energy to do things and get them done. How to market your business. You know, I should have called this differently. As I said in my stories, it's not for lash artists. It's literally, it's for people who live lives. So we'll talk about how to market your business, how to do it on social media. I decided to do it as a separate step, because one thing is to know how to sell your product. Another thing is you should know how to do things in social media, because I'm sure that there are some girls who just begin their beauty business and they think, what do I post? How does this work? Like, how do I get clients from Instagram? So all of these things, we'll talk about that as well. How to balance your current job and lash business, and how to transition from being employed to self-employed, which is really a stressful and scary step in life, but it's possible. I'm going to share with you how I did it, and I hope that this will help you to do the same. I'm sorry, employers who are going to lose their employees after this webinar. Okay. Customer service, and that is another important bit. We will talk about that. And then I will present my course program for LASHBOSS 1.0, and then we will do Q&A at the end. And I'm going to tell you who is the winner for a giveaway, because we did have a giveaway for a week for my course. And how to change the slide. I hope I did it correctly. So just in case if you don't know me, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time talking about myself. Just briefly, who I am. I've been doing lashes since 2008. I've been starting to work from home, like most of the lash artists do. I experienced a period when I had unhappy clients. They didn't come back to me. They complained that their lashes didn't last. And I've been through all of the most popular issues of the lash artists, I will say. That later forced me to buy all possible lash courses, trying to become better. And then later, one thing, I've lost 6 grand on no shows in 1 year. That is a big subject, I have to say, because imagine when you have a job, and let's say your employer said to you in the contract, you know, your salary is going to be 26,000 pounds. And then later at the end of the year, you realize that they get back to you and say, you know what, it's actually 20, okay? We just change our mind. So that what can happen to beauticians. Again, I'm not going to say just lash artists, because it's a general problem in the beauty industry where you book clients and then they decide not to turn up. And they say, oh, sorry, babe. I forgot, you know. So we'll talk about this, because I paid 6,000 pounds to learn how not to lose more. Okay. And I'm going to try to pass this to you. Who is texting me? I think I did do not disturb mode on my laptop. I was charging 15 quid for my lashes. I remember the time, it was funny. I was so busy, I have to admit. I was so busy. But I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. And then after I educated and did a research and learned how to market yourself, learned about social media, this is when my career really started, when I won competitions. I became one of the most expensive lash artists in town. I collaborated with big brands like Fresha or Lash Harmony. I left my 9-to-5 job So which is, I think, is the biggest achievement. So yeah. Presentation, move to the next slide. Yeah, my mission is to increase the lash industry value, because today is not enough to do nice lashes, you need to know how to sell them. And that is the problem which I can see a lot. I see a lot of lash artists who do amazing work, but they charge 25 or 30 pounds for their lash sets, and that is wrong. But I can also understand why they do that, because they don't know how to they don't know how to increase prices, and they're scared. That is the biggest problem. So why should you stay till the end? You can see, if you're considering running your lash business, if you're a lash artist already, but you're struggling with clients or quality or with social medias, if you want to find out how I managed to make lashes my full-time job, if you want to gain invaluable insights and knowledge about lash career, I'm here to share this with you. And of course, if you will have any questions about your personal struggles, if you already run business, or if you're considering to start it, because today you will have, with my lash course, you will have opportunity to join the industry with my hand holding you. And of course, obviously, I will be really happy if you do join today, but we'll talk about this later. So yeah, if you have any questions, either about your existing business or about future business, so you will get chance to get answer today. So let's get to the point. Step number 1, setting a goal and living with purpose. Can you press pluses if you're still here? Are you still here? Pluses, pluses, pluses in the chat, so I could make sure that you can actually hear me. Right, please type some pluses. I know there is delay in the what's the word, in the stream. Aha, cool. Thank you, girls. Thank you so much. Right, yeah, perfect. I see you. Great. Let's carry on. I will try to be, obviously, I will try to let you go before 9 p.m. of course. And but this webinar should take us around 1 hour and a half, right? I will try not to be later than 9 p.m. because I know everyone is tired, and to be honest, I'm exhausted. I've got a bottle of champagne waiting for me downstairs, and I'm not ready to wait for any longer. So, right, why do we need goals? First of all, I actually read it in somewhere. The phrase was saying, if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? I love this saying. And really, in our life, we should have direction and purpose, because if you don't know what you want to achieve, you become like a vegetable that is left somewhere in the fridge, and that is just has no purpose, it's just existing. And that's why when you have a goal, first of all, that motivates you to live. That's the second thing, motivation and persistence. So it motivates you, and right. That's why you need to have a moderator, because you shouldn't be doing everything yourself. I literally lost the thought. Okay. So why else do we need goals? It gives us personal growth and makes us happy. Because can you remember, when was the last time you achieved something? Can you remember that feeling, how you felt? Last time when I achieved something, it was when I actually edited last minute of my Lash course, and I said to myself, I did it. It took me over a year in total to create that. And of course that was a big project, but it was a big achievement and I felt really good. And this is why we need goals, because if I haven't had goal to create my Lash course, I wouldn't feel that. So that makes us happy, because even if you achieve a small target, small goal, it still makes you proud of yourself, makes you thinking, like, knowing that you actually are worth something, isn't it? You don't just survive, like, don't just exist on this planet, you also bring something into this world. Why Lash business? I don't know why did I put it here, but okay. If we talk about Lash business, that's a good thing. I'm not sure why this slide is here, but yes, it's true. It's a high demand. It can give you income and it has career opportunities. Not sure why this is here, but it's okay. There is a nice thing I found on the internet about 7 reasons why a life without purpose is unfulfilling. So if you want to make a screenshot of this, and what I actually would recommend you to do as well, if you like, you can make some notes today, because we will have few things and few practical tasks as well to do. So that will be really fun if you do them, because they're good ones, right? So yeah, screen this and let's crack on. And quickly, 80% of people have no goals at all. They just exist. Like these vegetables in the fridge, waiting for their time to be cooked. And only 8 of these, 20% obviously have goal, and only 8 of the 20, only 8% of people actually achieve their goals. Only 8%. Is 1.6 people out of 100 actually achieve their goals. And the reason why is because most of the people, they're frightened to action. You know how I was scared to come here in the webinar? Oh, so, but I'm here with you. And I'm glad that you are here too. Yeah. Quickly, setting your goals. This is the tips. Maybe it might be actually helpful. I've got dinosaur flying in the room. Oh my god. Screenshot things that might be too long for you to write down, but these are the tips how to set the goals. Set clear goals. There is a SMART goals method. You can find a lot about it online on the internet, and there are lots of books as well about setting the right goals and different methods how to set the right goals. Setting the right goals means you get a goal, you have a plan, and you actually achieve it. Because many people, the reason why they don't achieve their goals is because they set themselves unrealistic things. Break down the goals. That means that when you have, let's say I had a goal to create a Lash course, which sounded impossible at the beginning. And then I said to myself, I took a paper, pen, and I just started to write a plan. So what actions should I need to do to get my Lash course going live? And then you write a plan. What actually you do a decomposition, it's called. You actually write a plan of small steps, and then you just follow them. It's always easier to make small step rather than a big one. And again, yeah, that's about create a plan, prioritize things that actually are most important, and you need to know how to focus on them, and stay organized. I am a nerd of things like Google calendars, to-do lists, to-do list for to-do lists and creating presentation for the presentation. So yeah, but these things actually do help me to survive in my busy work, busy lifestyle, because I run my own business myself. Nobody helps me, and it's my only job that I do. And there are lots of things involved and lots of tasks. Daily, I have about 30-40 tasks that I need to complete, especially now when I'm like in really busy periods, like, you know, launching my first course. So stay committed. That means that you should not change your mind or be active. You shouldn't it's always going to be difficult to achieve goals, but you should carry on and do and go through difficult go through all the difficulties, because if it's easy to do, it's probably not your goal. Yeah. Seek support, celebrate achievements, even the small ones. Even, let's say, if you did, you set yourself a goal to do a splits in 6 months, and you realize that, my bum is now touching floor slightly, so let me celebrate that. Always celebrate and reward yourself, because then our brain thinks, she gave me something good for achieving this, so then I am motivated to do more. This is how it works. Okay. First practical task. Take few minutes to write down your own why for wanting to begin or run your business, and what you would like to achieve. So if you're already running your business, I probably will leave you to do it later, because we've got 26 minutes past. I don't want to hold you for too long, because we've got a few more things to talk about. I'll try to be quick. But this is a good task, because, you know, when you already have your business, or if you're thinking to start your own business, so why do you want that? What is it going to give you? Money? It's not always motivational to do something for money. There should be something else that you should have in addition to financial reward. So think what it's going to give you, what you're going to get if you do that. As I said earlier, that fear of failure often prevents many people from taking first action towards their goals. And that's why only 8% actually achieve that, because it can be scary. Even to go live and speak in front of audience, this is scary as well. You know, I'm always in stories and I always do content and something, but I was literally shaking like a baby few minutes ago. So, but yeah, you should ignore these things. Any failure really is just an experience. You know, if everything goes wrong, okay, that's fine. You know, I'll try a different way, you know. And as I said, failures are opportunities for learning. Like for me, you know, with this launch of my first Lash course, it's difficult. I should have had my team who would help me. Luckily, I have a web designer who helps me to do a major part of the designing work. But it's just, I learn now, you know, so I've learned how to do webinars. I learned how to do that and how to do that. And, you know, it's all about getting experience. So don't be frightened or scared to try new things, because if you don't try, you will not learn how to do these things in a good way. Okay? And think about what will happen if I do this and I mess it up, but also what will happen to you and how your life will change if you don't do anything. It just won't change. Step 2, selecting the right training. Why quality matters more than cost. this subject for me is very sensitive and emotional, because my first lash training was quite bad, but I wouldn't blame my trainers. I just would say, because it was back in 2008, we haven't really had technologies back then. We haven't had good quality products, and everything was quite scary. But unfortunately, these days, what triggers me a lot, these days we still have lots of lash artists who cannot do safe work. I'm not talking about good quality, perfectly fanned lashes. They just simply cannot do it safely, which is scary. If you get poor training, you're risking to get low quality skills. Your clients won't be happy. They probably won't come back. Unsafe practices, as we said, things that can actually risk of damaging people's eyelashes. And again, come on, we work with eyes. This is one of the most important organs to leave. We need to be extra responsible when we do anything near eyes, because we work with adhesives, we work with sharp tweezers. But because I'm such a fan of safety, that was actually one of the first things what I said to myself when I was creating my lash course. I said to myself that my students will never leave my course without being able to do it safely. I just would not be able to forgive myself if I did something like that. That's why on my course you will learn how to do safe lashes and how to work with clients, without any risks. Of course, low confidence. If you do shit lashes, then you probably will start to think about yourself that I'm doing something wrong. Why people don't come back to me? Why I don't have clients? Again, that's gonna ruin your self-esteem. You're not gonna be confident. You will be frightened of every client who is booking with you. You'll be like, oh my god. And lost clients, as I already discussed. Reputation. People in town, especially if it's a small town, everyone will know you as a bad lash artist. You know what I'm gonna tell you? One of my mentors actually did say once that when you will get, how do I phrase that? She said, happy client might not say, to her friends where she did her lashes, but unhappy client will make sure that she tells everyone. So reputation is a big thing, and we need to protect it. Income loss, that makes sense. Additional training, so yeah, because obviously you will be, what was the word? You probably will realize that you're doing something wrong, and then you will invest, the same as I did. I started to invest in more and more and more trainings, and that cost money. I think I've spent about 15 grand or 30 in the courses. Yeah, it's better and cheaper just to get one good training and then just practice and start to get money and good clients, happy clients. Burnouts, and the most scary is the legal issues, because again, we work with eyes. If God forbid something happens, person can actually claim accidental damages against us. But you shouldn't be worried about this if you learn with me. Yeah, and as you can see on this slide, I already said that. I wanted to make sure that after my training, and again, this is my reputation as a trainer now, I cannot afford to have bad reputation. So that means that I should be able to provide everything what I just mentioned above. Talking about quality training, that will always include a good content, experienced and certified instructors, practice. You can't, I don't believe in the Lash course without practice. You can't just watch videos and then be confident to work on real people. I wouldn't be. No, I probably would just, watch this kind of course and then leave it somewhere in the back shelf. So that's why we implemented a lot of practice in my course, and some exams as well. But that might sound scary, but we'll talk about this. And of course, continuous support, because when I did the research, I realized that many beauticians and lash artists who actually did a course in past, they struggled with lack of support from trainers. And one of the girls even said that her trainer sent her to to Google things. That's unacceptable for me as a trainer. I would never be able to say something like this, because I've seen enough on the Facebook groups where girls come and they ask for help, and then they get lots of answers that wouldn't really make sense. So feedback from the experienced person from your training, that is important. You can't learn without a mentor, isn't it? Oh, my experience, how low quality brow training impacted my earnings for 2 years. I don't want to think about this. Scary story. But I'm going to tell you shortly. I was doing lashes and I've seen lots of girls who coming to me, and I was like, I wanted to do her brows. So I decided to take one of the trainings to do eyebrows. And then I went to London. I'm not mentioning names, of course, but they trained me, and then I thought something is wrong with me. I literally don't understand how to perform this treatment, so you just need to wax and tint eyebrows. And then I realized that the product wasn't as good. But then later, when I watched again, because I haven't had confidence, I had to invest more money and go and get some more training to do eyebrows, because I wanted to do it, but I was sure that I couldn't provide a good quality to my clients. And it took me about 2 years before I could actually start to work with clients, because I was frightened when somebody was asking me, "Oh, Tanya, do you do eyebrows?" And I was like, no. It can affect us. And imagine, I was a victim of poor training in eyebrows. And how much money could I actually earn within these 2 years if they taught me correctly in the first place? A lot. Don't invest in bad training. At least always check reviews. Oh. Are you not tired, guys? Are you still there? Is it interesting? How is this subject for you? Did you learn something new at all? Did you had something like you already knew, but maybe you said to yourself, you know what? Yes, I need to do it. Why I was scared to achieve my goals all the time. It's time now, isn't it? Step 3. Plus. I'm glad I can give you some motivation, because you know what? Sometimes we need some motivation. We need some kick in the ass, because we always live comfortable life. We get used to, that straight water. I don't know how you say that. And it's good that you can get motivation. Always get yourself motivated and get goals. Always put yourself in discomfort zone. Did I say it correctly? Go on. Yeah. Woo-hoo! Boosting life energy. That is another. So, okay, you already know how to set yourself goals. You're motivated. But then you come back after work and you think, oh my God, you know what? I'm just gonna have some dinner and I'm just gonna take shower and and do nothing. Let me die in peace. This is because you don't have energy, and we'll talk about this now. What does this picture tells you? Let's look at that. I'm not sure what type of car is this. To me, it's like, is it BMW? And clearly it's an iPhone. No battery. Empty tank. That means that it doesn't matter what type of supercar you are or what type of iPhone you are. You're useless if you haven't got energy. And the same with human. The same with us. If we don't have energy, we cannot live proper life. Cool. Stay with us, Christine, because we are having some productive motivational evening. And I need to hurry up. Oh my God, I was worried if I'm gonna be like, will I be able to tell this in at least 1 hour? But no, I've got another problem. Yeah, I know myself for that. That's why we are at the webinar room, okay? Because Instagram would not allow me to do this. But as I said, I'm gonna aim to let you go before 9 p.m. Working long hours without breaks. If you do that, do you think you will be energized? That leads to depression, stress, burnouts, migraines. And if you're a lash artist, you can get allergies because you're continuously exposed to fumes of the glue, our favorite product that we can't work without. And that's why we shouldn't be working for cheap prices, because you will get fully booked. If you do lashes for 15 or 20 pounds, you will get clients, but you will have to work a lot. And if you want to go home earlier, then you probably will try to work without breaks or with short breaks. That's not good for your battery, darling. Taking too many clients. If you undercharge for your work, you will have to, because you have to pay rent, you have to pay bills, you probably have kids to feed, So there are lots of considering that actually everything is getting so expensive these days. We cannot afford to charge pennies for our work. We cannot afford that. I remember I've been mentoring one of the nail artists a year ago. And when she had the same problem, she was working so much, she haven't had days off. Literally, she could work 20 days without off. I was like, what? How are you still alive? And then when we started to work out, she realized that her income, after all the taxes, after all the products that she has to buy, she was earning £5 an hour. I said to her, darling, I think I made her cry, but that was true. And she's seen that. And I said to her, darling, you need to go to work. And probably even factory will be a better solution for your finances, because you cannot earn by carry on doing the same thing what you do and charging the same prices. She changed her prices since, and she's still doing nails. I'm so happy for her. Lack of time for self-care. And I've been there. I think every single point I'm telling you about, I did it. Where's my reward? No, you don't get reward apart from burnouts, because burnout is my second name. Yeah. We need to look after ourselves. We are girls. We need to go and buy new panties or buy new makeup, spend time at the beauticians. We need to see other beauticians. And because if we don't, then we can't prioritize our clients, unfortunately, and work all the time. And again, if you're desperate for money, then maybe you need to increase your prices and build clientele. And you need to know how to do this. Because first of all, we came here to live our lives. We not came here to work. I know we spend a lot of times at work, but it's not number one why you are here in this world. Okay, so you need to spend some time, even if it's 5 minutes in the bath with some Epsom salt or some bubble bath. Yeah, don't forget about yourself, because you need to show, you need to love yourself. That is important. And yeah, rest, inadequate breaks and rest. Oh, that is my problem. Still, I'm working on that, but I'm getting there. I've learned how not to work after 9, and I've learned how not to work on the weekend. Yeah, if you work a lot, what have we been talking about? So yeah, lack of professional development. Let me just read what I was saying there. Stagnation and reduced enthusiasm and for the profession. You want to love what you're doing. That's why we are here, and that's why I am here, because I love my job. Even though I get overwhelmed with tasks sometimes, but that's because I'm taking a lot on my back. Yeah, but you need to, I don't know what I was going to say with that point. Let me go back. What I was talking about, I literally forgot. Energy. Energy. What causes low energy? Poor diet due to busy lifestyle. We need to eat healthy, and I'm trying. At least I'm trying to eat. But yeah, all of these things, poor time management, all of that, they can kill our battery, and that's not good for your actual daily life. It's not, we're not even talking about running the business and the fact that you will not have energy to do business. You're not going to have energy for anything. That's why it's important. So get your screenshots ready, because I've got few tips how to prevent energy leaks. Balanced work schedule. After working for 25 days in a row, I realized that I think I need to arrange myself some days off. And then I said to myself, and I promised myself, that I will never book clients on Sundays. Sundays is just me day, my day with family. And since I was successful, and I even have a habit now that whenever somebody is asking me, oh, can you book me on Sunday? And I'm like, no. Get yourself these kind of habits. Plan your days off first, and then plan your work. Okay, so if it's, at least you should have one day a week when you will have no work whatsoever. Client management. So I would say this is the limit. I know, especially at the beginning of the career, you're excited, especially when you get clients and word of mouth is working, and you're like, yeah, money, clients, I'm so excited and I love doing this. But then later it can actually have some side effects, I would say. And on today's date, me as an experienced lash artist, I try not to book more than 3 clients a day, because I realize that this is my healthy amount of clients to take per day. Sometimes I have crazy days, but it's really rare, and it's really if I realize that there is no other option. I either need to come on Saturday, or I will try to book this client on this occasion, like in one day. But it's okay to do it occasionally, but if you do it all the time, if you always try to exceed amount of hours that is healthy for you to work, and everyone will have different amount of hours. For me, it's 3 clients. I can't count, so let's just carry on. Each client is 1.5 hours, so times 3. Yeah, this is my work day. But then I do lots of admin work as well with the computer. So time management and self-care practices. As I said, even if you take a bubble bath or meditate or Pilates. Oh my god, I tried that recently and that was my first time, and I thought it's like yoga, you know, where you just sit and don't move, and I've been surprised when they told me to lift my legs and I was like, what? Do I need to? Okay. So yeah, these will prevent energy leaks. And oh yeah, 50 self-care ideas. I'm not gonna read all of them. If you want, you can screenshot them. I will try not to make funny face in case if I'm in the screenshot. But these are 50 self-care ideas that will help you to charge your girly battery. Not just girly, actually, I would say. Okay. Right, let's move on. One of the points actually was book your lashes with me. So this is where you can actually come and charge your battery. In case if you will need that, you can ask me, send me a message in direct in Instagram, and I can just send you those 3 slides. Maybe not today, maybe today. Time management methods. This is again one of the big things when you run your own business. We have to be a massive, how do I say that? So when you run your beauty business, it's not just the lashes you have to do or like work with clients. You also have to be running, right? Just help me, girls. What other tasks do you have as a beauty artist? So we are beautician, we are accountant. Any more ideas in the chat? Come on, help me. My brain is exploding already. We are accountants, we are PR manager, we are social media manager. We can be cleaners as well because we have to clean our beauty room. Web designers. We have to be our designers sometimes, you know, if we need to create something for our social media to advertise, for example, like upcoming webinar, you know, you need to create something to show this to people. Content creators, yeah, right, Christian? Yeah, content creators. And to be honest, content creation takes a lot. It's difficult, but it's, you know, when you don't know how that works, it's even more difficult because you just are lost, you know. And I've been there as well, where I was like, yeah, but how do I get clients from Instagram if my post once a month just doesn't bring me anyone? So yeah. Oh my god, yeah, psychologist. Exactly, yes. Especially if you have chatty client who is going through the difficult period with her boyfriend or kids or anything. Yeah, and that, to be honest, that takes a lot of our energy as well. When we have to listen to our clients' stories, it can be overwhelming, and sometimes client can actually come with really sad story. Or, you know, there are type of people who are feelers, like me. I'm a feeler. I literally, like, when I see someone struggling, I'm gonna feel exactly the same, like as if I was him, you know. And if you're a feeler, yeah, it can be hard. So yeah, office administrator, offer, buy what? Yeah, keep your stock. Oh my god, keeping stock. Oh, that is another big thing. How long time does it take sometimes to make sure that, you know, you keep, oh my god, yeah, up to date. So you see, there are lots of different tasks. Of course, I don't want you to be scared and change your mind if you just considered to start a lash business and you hear all of that and you're like, whoa, that's too much. It's just coming with the practice, you know. So it might be it's always going to be difficult at the beginning. Whatever you begin, like if you start teaching or if you start doing beauty treatments, you always will go through the discomfort, and it's always going to be difficult. but then you get to the routine, you know, whatever you do, it's doing lashes, running the lash business is not impossible, and I would say it's really rewarding. And this industry allows you not to work many hours but earn more than many of your colleagues or friends. So time management methods. These are the techniques that I use. I don't use all of them. Let's say the Pomodoro technique is when you work 25 minutes and then you do a 5-minute break and then you do another 25 minutes, so like that. This method can be great for some kind of tasks. Of course, we're not talking about working with clients. When you get your client, please do your job quickly. And again, you need to know how to work quickly. And I will teach you, so don't worry. Yeah, but doing some like live tasks, you know, or admin tasks for your business. So that helps you to kind of focus. And the same as avoid multitasking, especially for a woman. I know that it can be, we always do things and think about different things, and you know, I might be doing someone's lashes, but then I will think, did I turn the kettle off, or I don't know, is my dog had his breakfast, or things like that. We need to learn how to focus. Whenever you focus on one thing, you will become, what I was going to say, just focus. Please learn how to focus. It can be really difficult, but try not to multitask and focus. Let's carry on, because I don't want you to fall asleep after 2 hours me talking about focus. The 2 minutes rule, I like this actually. If tasks takes less than 2 minutes, you just do it now. And then you prevent from small things to kind of build up, and even small task that you, let's say, I've learned my diary in the wrong place, and it's gonna take you a second to take this diary and put it in the place where it should be. But if you don't do it, your brain is gonna think that you have diary in the wrong place, so do it. We don't need that, because every task take place in our head. We need our head empty. Eat the frog. Now there is a book about it, as actually, I can't remember who is the writer, but it's a good one. It means you start with the most difficult task of the day. So let's say when you write yourself a plan, what I have to do today, and then you look at this like, I have to do this and that, and I don't want to. But most of the times these tasks are most important. There is also I'm not sure if I actually included the Pareto's 80-20 rule, it's called. Pareto something, I can't remember. So it means that okay. Let's take a deep breath. 80-20 rule. Only 20% of tasks will bring you 80% of result. And 80% of things that we do during the day, I hope that makes sense, will only bring you, so literally the most of, how do I rephrase it? So let's say you had 10 tasks to do today, and only 2 of these tasks will actually bring you 80% of success. That's it. I hope that makes sense. Let's carry on. Yeah. There are lots of time management techniques. I would recommend to just Google them and try them all, because you might find that something works for you, something might not work, and it's normal. But this, by knowing how to manage your time, you will be able to be more productive and not to be as tired as people think, because I complete lots of different tasks every day, but I don't get as tired. Sometimes I do, but it's normal. Key points. So we're talking about energy. Improve your sleep. Why did I start from the end? Attend courses, webinars like today, and competitions. So these things, they kind of make us alive. If you make your own webinar, I will attend. Just invite me, because I know how difficult it is, but I will attend. But these things do give you energy a lot. Network with colleagues. That is a good thing. But again, we have lots of different events, beauty events, like one of the Professional Beauty London, for example. They do it twice a year. There is one in Manchester in October, and they usually do in London in February. So where you go, it's like an exhibition. Lots of different beauticians, beauty companies, brands, and then you just go there, and then you can talk to your colleagues, talk to people who are in the industry, and that is good for networking as well. And for your energy, because when you have some event and you're like, oh my god, I'm going there, woo-hoo. Maintain a healthy lifestyle, because when we smoke, when we drink alcohol, and I'm not even talking about drugs, let's just not talk about drugs here, but these things, they do take our life energy. I'm a smoker in past. I think I didn't smoke for 7 years now, and I'm really proud, happy, and free. And I have lots of energy. I remember how much energy the cigarettes were taking from my body. If you're a smoker, yeah, I've got some tip for you. Exercises. When we move our body, our blood circulates and gives us energy everywhere. So that helps to be active. And again, when you exercise, your body produces some hormones of happiness, and that gives us energy and happiness. So let's carry on. Eat healthy. At least don't eat junk food. So if you can't eat healthy, at least don't eat junk food. But try to. And sleep, of course. Sleep is important. So practical task, write it down. This is important. This is very important. Identify one bad habit that you can commit quitting, or at least you can write a list as well of all bad habits that you have. And in another side of the paper, you can write all good habits that you would like to obtain. And then, but the practical task is identify one bad habit you can commit to quitting, and one time management improvements you can make. Alan Carr, thank you so much. One love. I've saved so much money and energy after quitting smoking. And actually, when I was making the presentation, I found that he even wrote a book how to stop vaping. I think it's a biggie one, so that's why I thought. I didn't read the vaping book, but I thought it's the biggie one. So I highly recommend that book. If you're lazy to read, just you can find it on YouTube, and just audiobook. Audiobooks would have the same results. If you read that, just write in the chat. That would be cool to know if I'm not the only one, because I've managed to quit smoking easily without filling my mouth with sweets and without stress. And literally, it says in the book, actually, do not quit until you finish the book. Oh, I remember that feeling when I remember the feeling when I was reading the book and I was smoking, and people who actually seen that, they were like laughing at me. They were like, oh, you're trying to quit and you still smoke. And I'm like, yeah, but it says there. And then by the time when I actually finished the book, I had a whole pack of cigarettes. I just broke them and binned them. Oh, it was such a good feeling. I have goosebumps when I remember. Step 4. Learn how to market your business. That is another biggie. My favorite phrase is not just, today is not enough just to do good lashes. You need to know how to sell it. I've been there. And what I can say is that this is what I wanted to say. That, yeah, that's why I decided to create opportunities for my students to be able to get these skills from me and not to spend their time in the Facebook groups or Google or YouTube trying to learn everything themselves. I've been there, I went through everything, and I know how to prevent it. It's all in my lash course. I'm gonna make sure that my lash students are happy lash artists and rich lash artists too. So business. First of all, whenever you do a new thing, some of you know that I recently started finally to do permanent makeup. That was my another dream, but I knew where I'm going. I knew it's not easy, and it was a decision of few years, and I had few attempts before I said to myself, yes, I'm ready to work on people. Now I am. But first thing is you need to get experience and practice the skill. Without practicing skill, it's gonna be hard and difficult for you to market yourself. We practice on models usually. I have rule, but this is my personal thing. I have rule, I never charge for my models. Maybe for permanent makeup, yes, but not for lash. It's my time investment. So we invest money in the training and the products, but we also have to invest our time that will pay off later. Yeah, and you invest your time with working on models. I do it free because then it helps me to get more people faster, and then I can start to earn sooner. You create portfolio again. Without portfolio, if your client cannot see your works, that means that you sell nothing. They will not choose you. It's important. Leverage social media. We will talk about this in the next step. And yeah, you need to be shown. People need to. We'll talk about this later. And provide frequently asked questions to answer your clients' questions. Let's say I want to do permanent makeup, or maybe I don't want to. I just don't know what's that, because I'm not a beautician, just as an example. And then I see your account and you are a permanent makeup artist, and then you tell me, look, this is how it was before, portfolio. This is how it is now. And I'm like, wow, that looks good, but how did she do it? That probably is painful. Oh my God, is it tattoo needle she's using? No, thank you. I'm good. But then when you answer the most popular question here will be, is it painful? Because it might look like it is. And when you give more information to people, then they can actually, make better decision towards purchasing the treatment. So that's why it's always good to answer questions, because we're not all of us lash artists. Maybe especially if your client has had bad experience with previous lash artists, and there are lots of things that we can experience with bad lash artists, but let's say they are one of these. And then when you say in your FAQs, saying that lashes are safe and they're comfortable to wear and they're not gonna hurt you after a week or like next day, this person, the client, might be like, but why did it hurt last time? I thought it should be like that, you know? But because you gave this information, your client might actually decide to try it again and buy this service from you. So stay updated, keep up with industry trends. Beauty industry grows really fast. It's the billion of pounds worth thing. And we need to be up to date, because if who knows me, I had a gap in my lash career, and I started again in 2017. And if then in 2017 I started to do lashes in the old technique that I used to work in 2008, I probably wouldn't survive as a lash artist, because the techniques, the products, everything changes. We need to be up to date. We need to know what's the up to date trends. You know, even the lash styles, you need to know these things. And focus on your niche. I love this one. Resist the temptation to diversify into unrelated beauty fields. So sometimes I have clients who come to me and they ask, oh, is it just the lashes you do? And I say, yes. Don't you do nails or hair or waxing or this or that? And I'm like, no. Why? You can get more clients. And this is the problem of many beauticians, actually. They learn how to do lashes. They don't know how to sell the product. They don't get clients, and then they think, let me learn how to do waxing. I'm going to be able to provide more treatments in my menu, and then I will get more people. But it doesn't work like that. First of all, when you provide all these treatments, you need to make sure that your products are fresh, always up to date. You're not going to be using expired glue or expired, I don't know what else, hair color or brow dye or things like that. So it's your responsibility to make sure that you provide excellent quality products. You know, they might not be as like expensive products, but at least they should be, you know, not expired last year. And it's expensive when you're a lash artist, brow artist, permanent makeup artist, a waxing specialist, makeup artist, hairdresser. You need to, you know, it's expensive. And what I say, I'd rather be known as an expert in one field, and everyone in town will know me as an expert for for eyelash extensions, rather than know little bit of everything, little bit of eyelashes, a little bit of this, little bit of that. Can you see a difference? Are you still awake, guys? So yeah, and of course consistency. Be consistent. Whenever you decided something, you should be doing this until the end of the world. Social media. Oh, this is actually one of the things what I will have included in my lash course, because I want my students to make sure that they get this investment payoff as soon as possible, you know, and I will be helping you, and I'm motivated as well to help you to market yourself, do a nice lashes, start a career, and then, because I want to make sure that more people will come to me one day and will say, you know what, Tanya, thank you so much that you changed my life. I left my job and I have now happy clients, and I'm happy at doing lashes, and because it's a nice thing to do, it's a nice job, you know, and I'm a proof of that. I love doing this, and I'm not intending to stop until I retire. And I just want more happy people in the beauty industry. And I want to improve beauty industry because I'm fed up to see poor clients with badly stuck lashes. So yeah. Online presence, as we already know, it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Don't say that TikTok is crap, because we actually can get clients from TikTok. Things changed since the beginning of that app. And YouTube, you need to show yourself, and the whole world should know you as a lash artist. Or if you're a hairdresser, for example, you show to everyone. Show them that you do amazing works. And social media will help. Unfortunately, many girls, they don't know how to run social network. It's a big subject, so we're not gonna, I think we would need another, I don't know what time we would finish, maybe not today, if I started to talk about, you know, all the content making, how to do it, about, you know, all the insights about social marketing. I teach basics on my Lash course, just to kind of help you to begin, you know, just to make sure that you don't feel lost. Like, what do I post? Where do I take these pictures? But it's a big subject, so I'm not sure if we need to really cover that, to be honest. But again, it's one of the steps. That's why I could not ignore that step, because it is one of them. When you create content, you need to have a strategy. I will actually have a few ideas for you. So get ready to do a screenshots, because I think there will be like 20 ideas of the content. So get your phones ready if you're watching from laptop. Yeah. Content. Quality images. Again, your client, when they get on your social, let's say on your Instagram, if they see bad quality works, bad quality, like, I'm not talking about quality of your lash set, let's say, I'm talking about bad picture. If they see dark picture, blurred, if the angle of the person who is on the picture is really weird, abnormal, let's say most of the lash artists, they have problem to make a picture from above where the forehead is like that and you look like an alien, and I would never allow to anyone to do picture of me like that. But when client sees that, they won't buy, because they want to see beautiful girls, good light, good quality pictures. And you know, it's very important when you create. So yeah, remember rule number 1: whenever you create a picture, make sure that it's not dark, and wipe your camera lens always, like religiously, always wipe your camera lens, because we touch our phones all the time. It's in the pocket, it's, you know, you hold it, you make stories, and camera lenses always get dirty from fingers, you know, it's normal, it's common, everyone is the same. So yeah. Audience engagement, this is not something built in one day. We always work on that. Doesn't matter how big influencer or blogger you are, but that is important bit. If your audience is your followers on Instagram, if talking like shortly. So if your Instagram followers are just bots, that was a big problem for me recently in the last few days. If you've seen my story, you need to talk to your audience, you know, and they need to learn that whenever you post a story, and if you put sticker with anything, they should click on it, because whenever you post anything and when your followers engage, Instagram algorithms think, so they're engaging with her content, they don't skip, they watch until the end, they watch stories, they interact. That means that her content is actually interesting. And the algorithms working this way, that they actually will show your content to other people, not just your followers. Stories never shown to other people apart from your followers, but things like reels, posts, They are. And that's why we need engagement in our accounts. We always try, if you just start your social media, for example, like Instagram, you always start from small steps, and then it grows, and then it grows bigger, 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 and it's like a snowball. But it's always hard to, to do the first step. And advertising, without that, we cannot market. We always should advertise. Advertising was everywhere. We have magazines, we have wall boards, how they called. There is a reason for that. So who has this face when they think about social media? Or ever had such face? Shock. Shock face. What should I post on my social media? I haven't got clue. I'm not a public person. I don't want to be even seen. Yeah. So I told you about 20 content ideas. Make some screenshots. That's gonna help to everyone, not just a lash artists. Maybe some of the 0.5 lash styling tips. Maybe that's not related to other industry. So next, I like thing client of the month. I probably will get such thing as well. Flashbacks, share. Oh, I wish I had my old lash works that I was doing in 2008, but simply because we had no phones with cameras at that time, I haven't had any portfolio. I don't know, how did I even find clients at that time? We had something like a Gumtree actually. So, and then I remember I was advertising on that like Gumtree, and without any pictures, and people were calling me and texting me. So that was my marketing that back then. So, and then the last thing, lash challenges, lash trends. So that's more to do with the lash industry. Personal story isn't. Step 6, balancing your current job and lash business for a smooth transition. When I started to do lashes, let's talk about. Originally, I learned how to do lashes in 2008, but then I had a gap. I'm from Latvia. If you don't know, now you are, And when I moved to the UK, there were a few years that I actually didn't do lash business, just simply because I was really young, and then I had other things, and I didn't really know how to find clients here. But then in 2017, I started again, and this is where actually my career started non-stop. But I was working in the office at that time. I was working full-time, and then when I decided to start lashes, I was working from home. I bought myself glue from Amazon, and I was like, yeah, let me do it. And it was difficult because when I started to get busy, I was working 9 to 5 in the office, and then 5 o'clock, 5:15, I was at home. I had 15 minutes quickly to eat, just jump to the shower, and then 6 o'clock I had my first client, and I was working till 9 o'clock. So it's almost 12 hours a day, and I've been working many days. It's quite stressful because you don't get a chance to relax, and this is where I actually went through everything in my career, that burnouts and depressions and all of that. Yes, your job might slow you down, and growth of your lash business, the same as with any business actually. But please note, this is not an advice. I don't advise anyone to quit their job straight away, because you probably won't be happy with this decision. But we need to start from somewhere. And my story, I started to do lashes part-time, and then when I really was confident that I actually had my free time booked, including all day on Saturday, and I started to do Sundays off, and I was like, if I wanted to attract new clients, I wouldn't be able to fit them in, just because everything is busy, like everything is booked, and I have, my job. I switched to part-time then. I started to work there 3 days a week. And then I had more time working with my clients. And again, I would advertise by, doing the steps that I know about, like marketing. And then when I got my free time booked, I said to myself, look, now I actually earn in Lashes more than I earn on my job. That slows me down. Like literally, I know that whatever I could earn in 3 hours, it takes me 8 to get, in the office. And it was scary, I would say. Every single step was actually scary because you don't know, you reduce your fixed income, and it's frightening, considering that you have responsibilities and bills to pay. It's frightening, but this is how I did it. And of course, I would recommend to consider paying all the debt, reduce your monthly expenditure, monthly expenses, and have some buffer saved. So have some like money just in case if you will have slow month. And with Lashes, we sometimes might have that, especially like January, February. And just for this month, make sure that you have some money, just to make sure that you protect yourself financially. And and then when you decide to do one of these steps, like reducing your work from full-time to part-time, or even if you reduce like hours slightly, so you need to work really actively, and there is no excuse. If you feel tired, you need to work on your energy levels. But at this point, when you just reduced the amount of work that you spend at your job, that means that your income is going down, and you need to increase it with your Lash business. So we focus, we do the loyalty programs, we invite clients, we advertise, we set targets. I wouldn't recommend to set paid ads actually to the Facebook or Instagram without a person who actually knows what they're doing. I know how to do these things, but I don't teach that because I don't feel that I'm allowed to. I'm not an expert in that field. That's why I will not cover that subject on my course. But I will cover other subjects that will actually help you to bring clients by using different tools. Okay. And remember, every step in this process can be scary, but it's how this is how I successfully transitioned from job to full-time Lash business. And every step will be scary. And what I will say, again, my mentor told me that your money is there where you're scared to go to, This is important. And I don't want to promise you pink castles, being self-employed is financial risk, because nothing is guaranteed here. You're your own boss, which is a good thing, but you're the only one person who is responsible for your success and for your failure. And you don't get, as I write there, your income is not fixed, and you don't get many benefits like sick pays or holidays. So if you want to get professional advice, consider talking to a financial specialist. That's why I would always recommend to make sure that you don't have bills, loans or credit cards before you decide to make your Lash business your full-time job. Let's calculate our money. How is everyone doing? Are you okay? We've got half an hour left. Are you awake? Are you guys awake? We're gonna be talking about numbers now, and we are heading towards the end of this webinar. I hope you're motivated. I know there is a lot of things to digest. So, delay, I need to remember about that. I think I look tired already, but that's like end of the day. I can see alive people here. That's good. That's a good sign. Right. My webinar is about how to earn 3 grand a month. So let's just put it in figures. I like when everything is straightforward. And if I said how to earn £3,000, that means I'm going to tell you how to earn £3,000. So our goal here, £3,000 a month. We need to remember that we've got products to buy and we've got some taxes to pay, our king and our government. So, and that's illegal not to. So let's just do everything legal. You will have better and easier life. Average service price, £50. My students will not charge cheap because you just will think it's stupid to charge cheap for a job that you can actually do well. So, and I will make sure that you do get good training and you are able to provide quality that will actually be worth the money that you will charge. So that's why we're talking about average procedure treatment, which is Russian volume, and let's say it's £50. The rate is around 20%, the most popular one. So how many clients do we actually need? So we have a formula. So taxes will be 20% from 3 grand. We're adding that and we get, so £600 will be taxes. That means we now need to actually get from our clients £3,600. I also added £150 just for Lash products because, you know, lashes, glue, patches and all of these things, if you're using good quality products, so they probably would cost around that. Maybe less, actually. I just put it as a worst case scenario. I thought, just let's leave it like that. And that is 75 clients per month. You need to earn £3,750. And divide by 50. Yeah, 50 is the treatment. And that is £75 per pounds. What? 75 clients per month you need to work with to actually get your goal. And that is about what we have here, 75 clients per month divided by 4 weeks. So roughly you need to have about 19 clients each week, which is absolutely possible. And if you create lash, like I'm talking about infills, because infills is our mostly popular like treatment. If that was full set, probably would be wrong because we don't always do full sets. We mostly work with our existing clients, and that will be less time but less money, which that's why I took this service, just to keep it easier. And yeah, 19 clients a week approximately. You will need about 1.5 hours when you're a good experience, you know, so it's average time is the normal time. Yes, it might take some time, but I'm not promising you to earn 3 grand a month next week after you completed my course. You will get there eventually. And that is about 28 hours a week to work. Normally, how many hours do we work as a full-timers? 40, isn't it? 37 something. So that is pretty much possible, and you can have 3 grand in your pocket and only work less than 30 hours a week. Yeah. So the last step, tips for best customer service. So we need to provide consistent quality of the product. So your client should know that whenever they come to you, they will get the same good quality of lashes. They shouldn't feel weird I'm talking about communication. Please never gossip with your clients. It's no good. It's no good. It's not professional. We never gossip. You need to keep professional, be friendly. I even swear sometimes with my customers, but I know that there are limits, and I know when it's appropriate. I will never do things in inappropriate way. So communication, I can tell you, I had a girl, I was doing my lashes with her, was many years ago actually, and everything was great, and her lashes were amazing. Everything was perfect, but I had an anxiety every time when I realized that I had to come and see her, let's say today. I had anxiety because she was so unfriendly, and I just felt so uncomfortable. And then I just made a decision. I was like, you know what, I'd rather be without lashes, but I don't want to go in a place where someone shows me with all her face and emotions and everything. She shows me that she, like, what the hell are you doing here? This should not happen. Your client should feel welcome, And personalized recommendations. Again, that's why we need to do patch tests on our clients, which by some reason many lash artists don't do, which is actually wrong. We should be doing this. It's our, protection. But yeah, your client is coming to you and they ask like, oh, can you give me like long, thick lashes? And then you can advise them, or you can advise them on style. I know many girls, they're like, oh, can I have a cat eye? But then if I see that she has droopy eyes, and the cat eye style will actually make it even more sad, more droopy, I'm gonna give her a recommendation, and I will explain. Because one thing is just to say, you know what, no, I'm not gonna do that. And another thing is when you actually explain and give client information why, and advice, shall we maybe do this other style, because then if we do this style, it's gonna lift your eyes, you'll open them up, and will look good. So booking reminders, we are busy. Our clients are busy too, and they can forget. And again, sending booking reminder, preferably automatic ones, will actually help to save you some money, and because clients will be reminded. Some of the girls, they just have so many things in their life and they can simply forget. And when you send a reminder, the clients actually appreciate that, they like it, because it's the customer service. And special offers, of course, everyone loves that. I always like to treat my clients because they're best girls, and I like to do something nice for my girls, and it always pays back, because and again, even the small gift, like a client who just gave a birth recently, of course I'm gonna get her some gift, and it will be nice. Just, we always check with clients how she feels next day, especially if she's a first client, you ask how she feels, you take her feedback. Was everything good? Did you like it? Did you like the lashes? Are they comfortable? When she comes to you next time on the appointment, I would probably ask a few times, do you like to do the same as we did last time, or would you maybe like to change things? Not always people like to say, oh, you know what, I don't like it. Sometimes they just don't want to upset us, but if you find a way how you ask these questions, you can actually help your client to kind of tell you that maybe she didn't like the previous style, and you kind of by asking these questions differently, you help her to tell you that she wants something different, if that makes sense. So yeah, and you stay in touch, you use quality products as well, never save money on this. And practical task, identify at least one way you can enhance your customer service in your lash business. A tip from me, we are coming towards autumn, and if you have clients who might feel cold, and they might, sometimes you can get them a heated blanket. My clients love heated blanket. And of course, offering top quality treatments and exceptional customer service enables you to charge premium prices for your lash services while retaining your loyal clients. And this is true because sometimes, you need to know how to do the good treatment, but customer service is important. If you think about some of the companies, not beauty related, but some of the companies, like let's say hotel, where you arrived at the hotel, they greeted you, you came to to your hotel room, and you could see some like chocolates, with some message like, thank you for coming to us, like please enjoy your visit. If you have any questions, please get in touch with us. This is customer service. You will remember your experience, good experience. So yeah, and this is the problem I already mentioned, so that many lash artists struggle to develop client base because they often, try to find lower prices. And yes, you will get clients for cheap, like if you charge less, but when this client will find someone cheaper than you, they will go there. These kind of clients we don't work with. And of course, this can lead to burnouts, depression, money problems, and might literally be a reason why you decide to quit that. And because you might think, what, this just doesn't work, I'm tired. Yeah. So our jobs is a big part of our lives, and we spend a lot of time while we work, so let's just make our jobs nice. So yeah, and I would say this is step number 8. But we've got all the motivation. I hope you will use at least some of them, even if it's just like 10% of information I gave you. That's gonna change your life in future. But if you stay for later, let's carry on, because you already know why I created my lash course. I already told you many times, and I did a research and surveyed about 200 lash artists who actually did previously, did some lash courses, and I took good things what they had, and I took bad things what they had, and I made sure that my lash course will not have these bad things. So I made the training approach simple. I don't like the idea of course, obviously, I like the in-person training when you learn how to do lashes. But what the problem about in-person trainings is that first, when you get to the training, it's nice to actually train with when you have a lash trainer with you, but it's really overwhelming because usually on the trainings you spend quite many hours just listening for the theory, and it can be too much because all these new words, all the terminology, it's overwhelming. You're already tired, and then you have a break if you get chance to have a lunch, and then you have to practice. Your head is already exploding, and you're like, oh, and I have to practice, and then I have to work on the model and real person, and I'm already tired. And I thought that it's possible to learn, because I learned the same way, but I thought just to do something nicer for my students. And that's why I've wrote a lash book that all my students will get. You will be able to read anything about the theory, whenever you have questions, you will not need to go in Google or Facebook groups with lash artists to ask this question. You can either ask me, or you can find the answer, most of the answers in the book. And yeah, so I created short videos so that you knew before you start practicing, you knew what the process looks like. And yeah, and obviously that will allow you to actually learn at your own pace. If, let's say, you're an evening person and you're more active in the evening, when you can watch videos in the evening and take on the information better, you know. And if you decide to come to me and still do your model with me supervising you, at least you will be prepared, because you will have all the theory, you will know how processes look like, you will know all the words and what products you should be using for what. And when you come to me, it will be easier for you and you will have more energy to actually work on a model. Reduced exhaustion. I like it. And of course, I couldn't ignore seeing all these newly qualified lash artists facing unnecessary challenges after poor quality training. As I already said, I researched 200 people and found out what good thing they took from the trainings and what were the bad things. And what I will say about the Lash course is that the course is suitable for you. If you're a complete beginner, if you don't know how to perform a lash treatment, you by attending my course, you will know everything about it. You will literally become a lash guru, at least in theory. But practice, you need to work, yeah? If you had poor training, that will, my training, it's the foundation training. It's the investment you might need to do, but then by going again through the same thing, you will find out exactly where you're doing things wrong. You know, why lashes don't last, or why your clients don't like how they look, you know, how to make lashes look nice just to make sure that they suit every client. You know, I'm gonna teach you all of that. It's all structured. The methodology of my course is created this way to make sure that you go from easiest step to the more advanced step, you know. And if you're a student and you or a mommy in the on maternity leave and you don't really have a lot of time to kind of work now, and you only have a few hours a week, for example, but you want to start something new, again, my course will help, because we will have 3 weeks training where I will be working with everyone, you know. And the course will start on the 16th of October, I can say straight away. It's not tomorrow, because I want you to prepare. And it's on the 16th of October. Everyone will get their lash kits. Yeah, so if you have only a few hours a week, then you can still learn, you can still do it. And then later, when you will get more time, you can just practice more. And if you're someone trying to find a dream job, this course is for you. And yeah, my course will benefit you. You will learn all the basics, how to perform a lash treatment, lash extension procedure. I will be producing a confident lash trainers. Too early. Lash artists, because I've been there where I haven't had confidence, and I just hate that feeling. Like when I do job, cool. When I do something, I want to make sure that I have clue what I'm doing. I need to understand what I'm doing. Oh, thank you so much, girls. You're the 5%, you remember, 5% of population with goals who wants to develop. Well done, you. Yeah, and you will be watching the short video lessons. I spend hours in recording all of these lessons, and I spend 3 times more hours in editing all of these videos and remove anything that you don't need at this stage. So the courses will be a concentrate of just knowledge. And you will have lessons to practice to complete. Everyone will get a mannequin head. You can give her a name when you receive her. I've got mine, Miranda. And you will practice on her, like, you know, that will help you to kind of like start feeling how to work on the people, you know, because you will be doing these movements and your body will remember all of that. And of course, I will support you through the whole learning. I will be there. We will have 2 lives where I will work on the live model and will show you and demonstrate you how I do it. And then if I will have any like challenges with particular model, then I will be telling you, so we have problem here, this is what I'm going to do, and this is why I'm going to do this, you know. So you will actually see the live demonstration, and you'll find almost every question in the Lash book, Lash manual, that everyone will get, and you will earn your first money in the Lash industry, which is more exciting. So this is what you will get, what will be included in the course, a comprehensive theoretical part. I'm a lot into theory because I believe that this is a big thing. You need to know the theory before you are working, you know, before you're practicing, and it's gonna give you confidence, you know. Platform, yeah, we are working on creating a learning platform where you will get access to all the learning materials, all the videos, where there will be short HD video lessons, around 100 page. It's still being designed, so it probably will be even more there, but it's around 100 page Lash extension book, and practical tasks and exams. So the difference between tasks and exams is practical tasks will be for you to practice and learn new skill, new movement, you know. And the exams, might sound scary, the exams will be for you to, for me, to watch whether you understood the subject. And if I will see that you didn't understand it or you're struggling somewhere, then my job will be to make sure that you actually get there and you know what you're doing. So, but there is nothing impossible. It's not University of the Lash Academy or something where, you know, you get low chances of passing. No, but you will need to pass all of the exams to be certified. But I'm, you know, it's my interest as well, and I'm focused on making sure that you actually pass all of the exams, and the exams are not as difficult. And everyone will get a Lash kit, 2 lives, access to support chat with me, and certificate upon completion. So the course will last around 3 weeks, and it starts on the 16th of October, quite soon. You might ask, but what if learning online might sound, you know, to many of my potential students, actually, they had the same question, like, but will I be able to learn things online if I never like, you know, if I'm completely new into industry? I will say yes, because this is the same thing that if you went to me and we did a day training, because I give you exactly the same theoretical information. The only difference is that you're not as exhausted when you learn online, and you can actually watch really close-up videos, the same as if you watched me doing live, you know, in person. And I'm gonna have different course packages, and 2 of them actually will have in-person training with me as well. So, but we'll talk about this in a minute. And yeah, so you can learn things online. Lashes, that's why I've made these exams, because without passing the previous exams, you will not be able to work on the model, and I will be watching you every single step. I mean, watching in the good way, you know, not like a bad teacher. I can be a bad teacher if I need to, but, you know, I'm gonna be helping you through the all steps. And And again, if you're afraid to work on real people, you are afraid now, but it doesn't mean that you will be still afraid after you actually went through all of these steps. Because my methodology is made this way just to make sure that you have confidence. You need to have it, and you will have it. Yeah, so did you say exams? Yes, I did, and I hope now it's not as scary as it might sounded in the first place. And of course, these are the things that you should have. This is the first investment. If you don't have them, but you want to start the Lash course, I would highly recommend to considering getting them. That is the reason why we don't start course tomorrow, because I want to make sure everyone is prepared to learn and everyone is prepared to switch their careers. Okay, and you will need these things as most of the times as a one-off purchase, you know, and it's important. It's important. The bed, the massage bed, light, chair. You need your phone, because without your phone, less likely you might not have a phone, but this is how you will be submitting your works to me, and this is how I will see what you're doing. Yeah, and of course you will need to have time to do tasks, to practical things. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. I can officially say that the LASHBOSS is now open, and you can go, and under my video, under the presentation, there is a button that you can click and change your life. This button is your new step. And it might be scary. I'm not promising that it will be easy. And it's always hard to say, you know, difficult to begin a new thing. Woohoo! And of course, I will be really happy if you take my hand and go with me into your new career. And I will be doing my best to make sure that you are confident and to make sure that you wouldn't be worried about your competitors, because you're not going to have them. It's exciting. It's exciting. And here is the different packages that I mentioned earlier. Because you're here, you get the best price, because tomorrow 6 p.m. the price will change. And when I open sale in my blog, it will be higher than that. So you get chance to get the lowest one. And there are 3 different packages. I hope you can actually see things, but I'm going to go to them quickly. So access the basic package. This package is the only one that has no in-person training. So that means that you only learn online, but you get my full support, right? You still get Lash book. You still get Lash kit, the basic Lash kit. So it will have just the basics just for you to be able to pass the exams. Access to learning platform will be for 2 months for you. So even after the course will end, you will still be able to watch the videos and, you know, and practice. Practical tasks with my feedback. Certificate, everyone will get certificate when they pass all the exams. I think there are 11 levels, and 3-week support chat with me. So this package is the cheapest one, as you can already see. It's £250. That's including all of these things. And we have a standard package, which I would say, I would recommend that, because yes, it's like in the middle, but instead of 2 months access to a learning platform, you will have 6 months. You will have bigger Lash kit with some more products. Again, Lash book is the same, practical tasks with feedback, 2 months support chat instead of just 3 weeks. So you get more support from me on that in that package. You will be after we'll complete the all the training, after 3 weeks, you will actually come to me and one-to-one, because I'm not taking many people. I will be taking every student individually, in person, private training, right? So after you completed all of that, you watched all the videos, you did all the practice on the mannequin head, then you will book with me and come to me, and then we will actually do it on model. Yeah. So if you're still feeling that you might not be as confident, I would recommend this package, because then you will be able to be supervised by me. Okay. In addition to that, you will also get access to Beauty Business Club, where I explain all about marketing side and social media. And you will get 3 hours individual mentoring session with me as well. We can either split it in, like, let's say 3 sessions, 1 hour each, or just do one in one go. Okay. And the VIP package has pretty much the same as standard, but instead of access to platform for 6 months, it has access by 1 year. I can barely see that. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything, but you can pretty much see. And one more thing. It has 2 days of training instead of 1, where we also cover Russian volume, which is the trendy look. And 3 weeks of individual mentoring session. Usually it's another product that I sell for about £600, but then this will be included as well. So I actually will work with you, just like working on your business strategy as well. So for 3 weeks, and then we'll have weekly conversation over the phone, and just talk about, how you did, what's the best thing to do, I will giving you like actions, and then, we'll work together. And one thing that other packages don't have is that you will actually get tailor-made website included in this package. That's why there is such price, because web designers cost a lot, and the actual website itself can cost $1,000 to create. But that is one of the big marketing tools as well, and that can bring you clients as well. And you can actually have a platform landing page where your potential customers can actually get and see what you're doing. And by clicking the button below, you will be transferred to my LASHBOSS online website, and you can actually see what quality website you might be able to get. It's amazing. So, And the payment options that we have available, I've got few there. You can either pay in full today or until tomorrow, until 6 p.m., because this price will be saved for you before that time. You can pay a deposit of £50 to secure your space, again today or before 6 p.m. tomorrow. For that, you will need to message me, either send me an email or message me on my Instagram, Tanya_LashBoss. And you can also choose to pay in 4 installments by Clear Pay. You can make 4 payments, 0 APR, and you have that option. Is when you just go on the website, you choose the package, what you want to sign up for, and then when you pay, there will be option to actually choose that payment method. Okay. And so a lucky winner of £100. These are the few things that you need to do. So my next slide of this webinar, you need to screenshot it and post a screenshot in your stories in Instagram, tag me, Tanya LASHBOSS, you can see it on the screen, and say, just briefly, you don't need to write a poem, just briefly say what did you like most about today's webinar? What we talked. Maybe it was a time management things, or energy boosters, energy leakage tips that I gave you. And yeah, it shouldn't be a lot. So it's just a screenshot of the next slide, your tag, my tag, and a quick brief comment what did you like. And then tomorrow at 6 p.m. I will be selecting one of the winners for £100 cash. Woo-hoo. And the Lash Boss is now open, so let's just do a screenshot. I'm just gonna try to look presentable. It's difficult to look presentable at 9 p.m. after a stressful week, but anyway. Okay. So, let's just... Ding. Make sure that you get a good one, please, okay? I will not... You won't be a winner if I see a bad face. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be randomly. Okay. So, and we had a winner of the giveaway for the free Lash course. And I've chosen the winner. I've got... Oh my god, I can barely see the screen, but it's... Mia Aiga, who shared the giveaway post and tagged me in. Here's the screenshot. So she wins. I'm not sure if you are here. I cannot see you. But she is the winner of Lash course. Oh, 8 minutes more. Okay. So yeah, again, if you have any questions, about the actual content that we talk about in the webinar, like, you know, things like energy, you're still struggling with energy or anything like that, you know, or if you are not sure what package might suit you best, or if there was something I didn't cover and you wanted to find out, you can either ask in the comments. So we're just gonna have like, I don't know, a couple minutes Q&A. And I'm gonna let you go. I know you guys are tired, but I am so thankful that you have been here. I'm really like, one love, you're best. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. It was really good. I'm glad I did it. This is my small winning today. Maybe not small, I don't know. But yeah, if you're not sure, always ask questions. And yeah, we're just gonna do a few minutes just to see if you have any more questions. I know that there is delay. I'm gonna drink some water. You know what? Next thing is gonna be Prosecco. No, martini. I think I have martini. Because I deserve that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where's the questions? Are you busy buying the course or what? You know what? I think I need to do something like that more often. Of course, with a different subject and maybe not as long as 2 hours, but we'll see. We'll see. Mm-hmm. I can see someone is typing. So yeah, right. Guys, I'm not holding you for any longer. You're superstars. I believe that you will have productive life. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with me and for your support, because you are supporting me as well, because you're here. And well done. You keep developing. That's the main thing. Don't stagnate. Keep developing and learn from the best. So I'm gonna try to learn how to complete this webinar. And I will see you in the stories and in the Lash Boss.